Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year, and we're going to be the first one. Actually, the second one. Crap, the Golden Globes will be out before this, but it's the Whaties Awards!
The Whaties!
Where we talk about movies from this year that we liked and enjoyed with a special twist this time.
With a special twist.
Well...
Yeah, so I didn't see a single fucking movie this year because my life was filled with tragedy.
Yeah.
So instead of me picking movies and actors and silly things, I'm gonna guess what Spencer picked because I have no idea.
So for the most part, they're the same categories as last year, just 2024 edition. I didn't come up with too many fun, silly ones.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited to do this.
Yeah.
I love the Whaties. I love award shows. Have your feelings on award shows changed at all post our last couple of these?
Not since last year.
Yeah. I'm actually excited for this award season because it's got some fun. I think we'll have some fun, weird kind of lineups at all these shows.
I have no idea, quite literally zero clue what's.
Well, that's the thing is like
runners.
A lot of people's predictions have been just vastly different, and all of them make sense. Yeah. So it's a cool year for it.
I don't know what's on the short lists.
I try to avoid some of the short lists because I always read them and I get mad and then I stew about it. So I just stopped.
Well, I stew about everything because that's my last name.
It is true. Yeah.
I'm on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, this is our pitch to have us host the 2026 Oscars.
Hell
or
yeah.
like I don't know.
This is our show reel.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Can you imagine? We just
us
submitted this.
Just fucking Mario and Luigi walking out there, fucking.
God damn it.
Hey, or we're more Wario and Waluigi.
We're evil. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready to kick this off? Do you have any other points of discussion? Are we doing a wager on this one? We discussed that and we never finalized what we wanted to do. Or is this just for funsies?
Because, like, what's the mark here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we'll call it for funsies.
For funsies.
I'm not going to get anything right. So I don't want to bet my ass.
Do you want to guess on this one what I think the Hollywood's worst bet of 2024 was? I don't have, like, nominations. I just have two things that I was going to point out.
No, I don't want to guess.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, the two worst bets that Hollywood made this year is the Spider-Man spin-off Villainverse.
Oh, shit, yeah, that was a good one.
They just bombed this year. And, like, look, I never root for movies to bomb, but these two bombed particularly hard. Yeah. And three of them, actually.
There are movies that I would root to bomb.
Made by bad people, maybe. None of these movies
or like the weird James Dean AI movie.
Yes, that movie I would want to bomb. Yes, there are moral exceptions, but when movies are just made by people making movies, I don't ever want to see them fail. And they had
a movie with Kevin Spacey in it now.
Yeah, they have three that bombed: Madam Web, Venom, and Craven, all just tanked. The other one is the short theatrical windows.
Yeah,
Wicked made like buco bucks, and there's already a date for VOD. Every movie
is it not already?
If it's not already, I think we may have like a couple days left.
I keep getting ads on my Google TV.
Then it's probably. But that's my point. Is like we have a bunch of these movies that did so well, and then like a month after their release, when they're still doing pretty well, get VOD releases, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
like I don't know why we haven't learned our lesson on that.
Truly.
All right, so this one, I'm excited about this. It's one of my favorite categories every year. This is Sleeper Movie of the Year. Most slept on film of the year.
Slept on film of the year.
And this year, I think there were quite a few that were very slept on for various reasons. Some being they're incredibly fun, and I don't know why they didn't break through. Others being they were incredibly hard and not released well. So it's tough. Like, I haven't seen it yet, so it's not going to be it. But Juror Number 2 got like a 50 theater. It's like, it's got a stacked cast. Clint Eastwood's last movie. It's crazy that didn't get a bigger release. Now I haven't seen it, so it's not.
It's his last.
He said it. I mean, he's like 98. He's like 97.
Yeah, but he's been in his 90s for 8 years.
I think he said it's his last one.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently it's really good. Apparently he went out on an absolute bang, which is awesome to see because some of his recent movies have not been my favorite.
Okay, how do you want me to structure this?
It's up to you. You can throw out.
Okay, I'll just give you like a top 3 of what I think it is, and then I'll give you just the one that I think
that's
it
fun.
is.
I like that.
So I think maybe Love Lies Bleeding might be on that list. I don't know why. Fall Guy. I know you liked that one, and almost nobody saw it. What for a third? What for a third? This will be the rest of the show. And I'm going to guess Saturday Night.
Okay.
Is my third random guess. I'm going to, of that list, the one that I think got slept on the most for you. Fuck it. The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy is definitely on my list of most slept on. Saturday Night, I actually can't remember how well that one did or didn't
I don't
do
know either.
I don't think people really talked about it, and I think it's better than a lot of people think. So yes, it would be on my list. My official list is Thelma.
Yep.
Abigail.
Yeah.
And Will and Harper.
Oh man, I saw that and I wanted to say that one, but I thought that one was like
it had
people really
enjoyed it, but it had this like cultural life of about 5 minutes, which is such a bummer because I think that's kind of one of the most important movies of the decade.
Yeah.
It's so good. I went and saw it in a theater. It was just amazing. And all 3 of these for different reasons, but I think genuinely the most slept on for me was Thelma.
Yeah.
Thelma was just a slam dunk of a movie for me. I loved it. Ethan and I went and saw that one, and we had to drive to like the Mesquite AMC.
Oh yeah,
because it's at a weird like 4:30 showtime. Like it was so the strangest thing. And that movie is Mission Impossible with an old woman who's been conned out of $10,000.
Amazing.
But it's not like surreal in any way. It's just Mission Impossible. Like
when did that one come out?
I think it festivaled last year very briefly and then had a very short wide release like springtime. Like it was months and months ago.
Yeah.
I loved that movie and I cannot recommend it enough. It is such a good time. It's so heartwarming. It's funny and the action, it's got actual tension and like good action filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's a rad movie. I love Thelma, but you should also see Abigail and definitely see Will and Harper. That's like an important movie. Yeah.
So I'm wrong.
The series/show. Do you have any guesses?
I'm gonna just hard swing on the Penguin.
Hard swing on the Penguin?
Yeah.
Penguin was my number 2. Arcane.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I went down the Arcane rabbit hole so fucking hard the last since November when I got like sick in November right after I started it, and so I like binged it and then just haven't stopped thinking about it and playing the music, and I loved Arcane. Season 1 is better than season 2.
Take that, season 2, you idiot.
Season 2 is still great, but don't play League of Legends.
Don't play League of Legends.
But watch Arcane because Arcane's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Penguin is also fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that much TV this year.
Yeah.
I found it hard to keep up with what was coming out when. I kept hearing about shows that are like, it's in its 3rd season. I was like, I didn't know it existed until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So that was a tougher one for me in terms of keeping up because I try to keep up to date with most stuff. But like, I didn't watch the new season of House of the Dragon.
I didn't either.
Like Creature Commandos is also pretty high on my list. It's just not done yet. So I maybe the last episode will really fumble for me.
What about the Skeleton Crew?
I didn't watch the Skeleton Crew. Yeah. Agatha All Along though, bro.
Did you watch that?
I have a couple episodes left.
Oh, okay.
It's been like a 2 months long process of me getting through that show. Not that it's like awful or anything. It's just very fine.
Yeah.
All right. This is also not a guess one since I walked in here with these. But my favorite physical media releases that I picked up this year.
Hell yeah.
Very briefly because I've seen none of the movies in this box set. But it is the Arrow video release of Inside the Mind of Coffin Joe. I believe he's like a Brazilian horror director. And they put out this really cool box set with like 10 of his movies. I would pull out and show you the stuff inside, but there's a lot of nudity on it, so I can't do that.
That'll be on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, the OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. So we're friends.
That was a really cool release, and I still have to watch those movies.
Yeah.
But my favorite is one that left streaming. It was not a Netflix original, but Netflix owned the rights to it.
Yeah.
I adore the movie. I went to watch it in like 2022, and it was off of streaming with no physical media release at the time, and it took forever, but it's finally here with a black and white version with a different audio mix version called the Shush Cut. It is, of course, Mike Flanagan's Hush, which I bought the very expensive Scream Factory. I have 2 slip covers for this movie. I love this movie.
Yeah.
Like, genuine, it is the epitome of a character where you're like, just win, just survive. Like, I want you to be okay and make it. I love that. I'm a huge, you all know this, I'm a huge physical media collector. So those were some of my favorite releases. I also got several of I got like Love Lies Bleeding, and I saw the TV Glow. Great releases this year. Another The Shape of Water came out on Criterion this year, and I love that set.
Yeah.
Good year for physical media.
Mine would definitely be the Psych Odyssey.
Yes, cool.
One of 2,000 copies.
Cool. Which
like,
I don't own any of those, which is crazy to me that you're like, you beat me to that.
See, but it's for like a YouTube series about video games.
Yeah.
It's like, that is so exactly made for me. It's not even funny. So.
It quite is the most unique shit ever.
Yeah. A collector's edition Blu-ray of a YouTube series about the making of really cool, not indie, but video game.
Yeah.
Like me.
You.
Hi. Shane. Nice to meet me.
Thank you. All right, movie going moment. What was my best movie going moment of 2024?
Madam Web.
Dude, okay, funny enough, while you're looking, I'll tell a funny matter. They changed the seats in our local Alamo.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I experienced it. And you can ask Breck. I was like sitting in it like, I don't like this chair. Like, I can't figure out how to sit for the entirety of Madam Web. So not only was that movie, it was also super uncomfortable.
Part of me wants to say Furiosa, because I know you really, really dug that one.
Furiosa is so good, it retroactively makes Mad Max Fury Road a perfect movie even better.
Wow. Dune Part 2. I know you loved that one.
Loved my first experience there.
Fuck it. I'm just going to say Furiosa.
No. I did love Furiosa, but...
Wait. Is this a movie that was released in 2024? Or is this a...
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then this isn't cheating.
Here's the thing. Movie-going moment doesn't have to be a moment from the movie that made it this way. I saw a movie like 3 or 4 weeks early in Smell-O-Vision this year.
I don't remember if we talked about this.
I went and saw Heretic in Smell-O-Vision at the Alamo in like what's the one in Dallas somewhere? Cedars, thank you. The Cedars Alamo did it, and they did it like nationwide, like a lot of a pretty good release, more than the.
And I almost said Heretic too.
That's so funny. But there's a part in the movie. I mean, you've seen the trailer for Heretic.
Yeah.
The candle, when that scene happens, they pump in blueberry pie smell, and they bring you out free blueberry pie. And there's a Q&A after, and it was like an actually pretty good live stream Q&A. When I wasn't there, but yeah, that was my favorite. It was one of those like experiences where it's like I have like a checklist of movie going things I really want to do, and that was one of them. I'd never seen Smell-O-Vision. Another is like I want to go to an old theater that has a balcony and sit in the balcony.
Yeah.
I've never done that, you know. I want to go to like a small town single screen movie theater and do, because I've done that, but it was like a Sundance thing and it didn't really count. Like I want to be like passing through a town and be like, I'm gonna go see a movie today.
I'm gonna go see fucking Wicked for Good.
Yeah,
in fucking Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Yes, exactly that. So that was my favorite movie going moment.
That's a good one.
Other ones were when I told you to shut the fuck up at Dune 2 because they were being assholes the entire movie.
Yeah.
And then the movie ended 2 minutes after I did that. And I felt weird about it, but at the same time, they should have shut the fuck up forever ago.
Fuck up, man.
2 dudes almost getting in a fight at the beginning of the movie and then me doing that at the end. Crazy.
I'm never going to an AMC ever again. That was the movie. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Literally, I'm never going to an AMC ever again.
Only way to make AMC work is if you go like in the middle of the day to a movie nobody wants to see. Yeah. Like it's the only way.
I hate that they're the only theater chain that has IMAX
or re-release shit. Like I feel like our Avatar, when we went and saw Avatar, that was fine. When I went and saw the first Dune in IMAX again, that was fine.
Yeah.
I feel like re-release shit is fine.
Oh, I mean, the issue is you could go on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, it'd be
2
fine.
weeks after it opens, and it would be fine.
Yeah, so I saw Bike Riders kind of late. I saw,
If you go opening night, it will be the worst. It'll be filled with teenagers and assholes and people who don't care.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Terrible.
Fuck you, AMC.
Fuck you.
Worst chain
AMC.
this year, AMC.
I mean, a little, yeah. Like, and they're not the only chain. They're the only chain around here that has IMAX.
Yeah,
like
it's so weird.
Like Regal Cinemas, other places have them, I think.
Yeah. Cinemark has like that
XD
one,
and
but
like,
it has that
one really big
IMAX
one. Yeah. And it's like really big and nice. Like it's the best one around.
But and then like Alamo has like the big show, which
is
isn't
just a big
IMAX.
screen and bigger speakers.
And
that's all it
Cinemark just has XD, which is just a big screen.
I don't know.
Weird.
It sucks. I wonder if there's like contract things, like when IMAX was first starting, if
I'm sure
one
it's
of
a
them jumped on
licensing
it like really quickly before it was great.
I'm sure it's a licensing thing.
Anyway, all right, next category.
Yeah.
Thirstiest moment.
Thirstiest
Now I'm going to
moment.
give you a hint on this one.
I mean, is it not Challengers?
So Challengers on the list, but I'm going to give you a hint on this one because this one technically is not going to show up on Letterboxd 2024, I think. It is a movie with Glenn Powell in it. I want to know if you know the moment where I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, Twisters?
It's not Twisters.
What's the movie called? The one with where he's the assassin.
Yes.
Hitman.
Do you know the moment I'm talking about?
No.
It's the moment when she's dressed up like a flight attendant, which is like already sexy, you know what I mean? But then the other moment is when he takes the belt off and throws it over his shoulder. I like grabbed Breck's leg. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
That is the thirstiest moment of this year. Other thirsty moments, Fall Guy.
Yeah.
They had the chemistry they have is just absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Challengers.
Fucking Challengers. I can't say that you haven't seen that movie yet. Challengers is a thirsty ass movie.
I literally saw 12 movies that came out in 2024, and one of those was ours, and the other one was on YouTube.
Yep.
I had a great year.
I'm not gonna say okay. So I didn't have an action scene, but I have an action moment I want to talk about. This is a movie you and I watched together, if that's any kind of hint.
Was it War of the Rohirrim?
No, it's one of the 24, or one of the 24. It's one of the 12 movies you saw, though.
Then let me go to my list.
Yeah. It's one of those.
We?
If you know the action moment.
What did we see together? I don't know which one of these we saw together. We didn't see Monkey Man together, did we?
No, we didn't see Monkey Man together.
Did we see Alien Womulus?
Nope. You went and saw that separate.
Twistos?
No.
What did we go see together?
Godzilla.
Oh.
Do you know the moment I'm talking about?
No, honestly.
It's when he uses the little monkey as a club.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Like swinging him around, and they throw. It's one of the most egregiously, like, whoever thought of that needs to be given such a raise.
That movie fucking rules. It's so dumb.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
But it rules.
Yeah. All right.
I could not remember a damn thing we saw together this year.
Okay. Biggest laugh.
Biggest laugh.
This one might surprise you. I don't know if we've talked about it at all.
Fuck it. Deadpool and Wolverine.
No. That does have some really good laughs. My biggest laugh came from Transformers 1. There is a joke in it.
Is it the one that
you've seen? Yes. Where they're like, you can't even transform. And he's like, well, watch this. And he like, a bunch of like insert shots of him like pretending, and then it just cuts to him running down the hall.
What a great cut.
Like, I can't stress enough that I fully inhaled air, laughed it all out 3 times before I calmed down. That movie's good, but that joke bought that movie a lot of goodwill from me.
Right.
Oh my God. I think about it every once in a while and I die.
It's a good joke.
The fun, and this was a pretty good year for funny shit. Like Fall Guys filled with a ton of funny shit. Abigail's got a bunch of funny shit. Thelma. A lot of good like comedy moments, but dude, there's nothing like that one. That one killed me.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest surprise of the year.
Biggest surprise of the year. Are we talking about the movie itself or a surprise in a movie?
Good question. Movie itself, and then I have like another one that I'll just talk about.
Wicked.
No. That should have been on my list because I really did not think I would like that.
That's mine.
So my biggest surprise of the year is Milk and Cereal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, like the fact that that movie is as truly good as it is, being just a YouTube thing from these like sketch guys.
Yeah.
Which look up their sketch stuff too. It's really fun and funny. Like they're
I got one on my TikTok the other day. One of their sketches.
They're funny, dude. They're the one on a friend not liking Dune Part 2. Fucking hilarious. That was my like actual introduction to them was that. My other one, The Wild Robot, being as truly like impactful and emotional on me as it ended up being.
Yeah.
And then the other one is that Will Ferrell being a part of one of the most important movies of the decade.
Yeah.
Like I love Will Ferrell. Yeah. Never would have pegged him for doing something like that because that movie is so honest and it's having a genuine deep interrogation of something that not enough people are talking about.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I highly recommend that one. It will make you laugh and cry. It is great. I
poop and pee.
That was a stinky theater when we got out. I can't lie to you. Anyway, so yeah, the Milk and Cereal was my biggest surprise.
That's a good one. That's a really, really good one. I'm surprised by that answer.
Most emotional scene / moment?
Heretic.
No. That's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
That's a good guess. It is just the entirety of the second half of the montage in the middle of The Wild Robot, where I started crying so bad that I had to hide from the kid next to me because I was embarrassed. And then it was the entirety of the second half of that movie that I was just like there was a couple of moments where I went, because I was so emotional. Like,
my favorite thing is we were talking about that movie. Because I was gonna put it on the Plex server, and he was like, "Give that one a minute."
Yep, give it a minute.
Give that one a minute.
Oh god. Yeah. Comedy, best comedy for me.
Best comedy. Fall Guy, Thelma, Deadpool and Wolverine.
All good answers. Hitman, hilarious to me.
Okay, wait, does that count?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it counts loosely. Anyway.
Yeah.
Saturday Night, also super funny. This is not a comedy, but it's the movie that made me laugh the most consistently. Anora.
Really?
Anora, let me describe. There's a section in Anora that I've heard a couple people complain about, and I push back on that where there is like a legitimate 15 to 25 minute section. I can't remember because I was so locked in, where nothing happens. It is just pure chaos and fucking like do you remember the trailers for that one at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you know the scene when she like punches the dude in the face?
Sure.
Or they like throw the thing in the whatever.
We'll say yes.
That sequence in the movie is so fucking funny. And nothing at all happens in the plot, but it took me 15 minutes to go, wait, we're still on this?
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
Weird.
And all around it, there are great jokes, wall-to-wall. It's also one of the most emotional movies of the year and one of the best movies of the year. But, dude, it fucking made me laugh really hard.
Amazing.
I love Anora. That's a great movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Best action movie of the year.
It is wild how many of these I've gotten wrong. Let's start there.
Well, I've seen a lot of movies this year, too.
Dude's seen a lot of movies.
I got like 45 in or something like that.
I don't think the answer is Gladiator 2.
I'm going to give you one that it is not, no.
Twisters could be up there, maybe. Furiosa. It's Furiosa.
It would be any other year.
Oh, my God.
Here's the thing. Actually, Furiosa and this have this in common.
Uh-huh.
But it has been so long since I've watched an action movie at home and not checked my phone a singular time.
Okay.
Rebel Ridge.
Rebel Ridge, damn.
The climax of that movie has like 3 or 4 action beats that I was like, I've never seen this before in my entire life.
Yeah.
It is so well acted. It is so well paced. It is so well plotted. And then when it finally lets itself like explode into action, it's so awesome in the way that you never would think it would be. It's not a shoot 'em up movie. Like he's not running around with a gun killing everyone.
Yeah.
I love Rebel Ridge. That movie totally got its flowers, but it needs way more. Like Aaron Pierre is so good in it. Cannot wait for his Jon Stewart. I fucking love Rebel Ridge.
Hell yeah.
It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. Never once was I felt the urge to check my phone.
Bars.
Great. Best sci-fi.
If it isn't fucking Alien Romulus.
You're missing one.
Oh, Wild Robot?
You're missing another.
I don't know.
Dune 2.
Dune 2 chicks at the same time. I mean, yeah, that's Dune 2.
Funny enough, you did get my other two that are on my list
well, there
right
you
now.
go.
Because Alien Romulus fucking rules. I know
Yeah.
there's been some pushback on that one's level of creativity recently, but fuck you, it's awesome.
I have not heard a single word, and if I hear anybody say that, suck my ass.
The Wild Robot is genuinely a brilliant film, one of
Yeah.
the best pieces of animation in a long time.
But Dune 2.
But fucking Dune 2.
But Dune 2, yeah.
Is just absolutely incredible. Okay, horror. We had a pretty solid year for horror. Pretty consistently all year we had really interesting ones come out. A bunch of very different horror movies too.
Does Nosferatu count?
It does.
Okay. Here's my list that I think is I think Nosferatu, I think Heretic, and I think Longlegs.
Funny enough, you got one. Milk and Cereal.
Okay.
Because the thing for me, I'm not a well. It didn't scare me, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like horror movies are vibe movies, and Milk and Cereal's spooky.
Yeah.
Scariest movie of the year is probably Smile 2. Smile 2's fucking scary.
Yeah.
The First Omen is also really good.
I almost said that one.
Pretty slept on, really good. The Substance is a movie I don't even know if I like that movie, but I can't stop thinking about that movie. Abigail is maybe the most slept on horror movie of the year, but it's Nosferatu.
Yeah.
It's Nosferatu. I really did like Heretic. I just haven't thought about it as much as I thought I would.
Interesting.
And the movie's not trying to be what you think it is going in.
Okay.
In a great way, in a way that I actually really like. In a way that worked for me. But it's Nosferatu.
Yeah.
I was telling him in one scene of Nosferatu, there are like 3 individual shots that I went, that shot of the year. Like I was just like, and then that's the whole movie where it's just this brilliant cinematic journey.
You should go see that tomorrow.
You should absolutely go see that tomorrow. I fucking loved Nosferatu, man. I've thought about that one a ton. All right. Next category. Best duo.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
This is the one I told you earlier where I was like, I'm not trying to be outside of anything or it's Nora and Igor from Nora. Dude, the whole movie I'm like, you guys charmed me. You've charmed me.
Shit.
Like, and Igor is not the dude from he's a different character in that movie, and they like pair up. So fucking fascinating how they do it, and it's so emotional and so interesting, and the heart of that movie is those two.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Anora is really a great movie.
Yeah.
And Anora and Igor were my favorite duo of the year.
Fucking
in a year when Deadpool and Wolverine, any other fucking year would have
Yeah.
been Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, whatever you want to say about those movies, or that movie, those two have chemistry. Like, they're great on screen together. But it's Anora and Igor, which is very funny. Okay, next category is best thing I watched, or I guess my favorite thing that I watched this year, new or old.
Nosferatu.
Dune 2.
Dune 2.
Have
I gotten one right?
No, not really. Dune 2.
And we were gonna bet on this.
I know, yeah. Dune 2 is to me what the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been a long time since I've had a movie permeate my consciousness for literally an entire year at this point, and that one just has. I have not stopped thinking about it.
Yeah.
I love that movie desperately. Cinematography.
Is it Nosferatu or is it Dune 2?
You tell me.
Nosferatu.
Dune 2.
Fuck off. You said there were 3 shots in Nosferatu where you're like, well, that's shot of the year.
There are also fucking a bunch of those in Dune 2. All of the shit on the black and white planet where the infrared shit
that's the real answer.
It's like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But other ones I really want to point out, the Wild Robot has beautiful cinematography.
That's an animated movie.
Animated cinematography. Challengers has really inventive, weird cinematography that I like. Conclave is another one that I don't think is talked about enough in the like visuals department because it's such an actor's movie.
Yeah.
But it looks absolutely stunning. And then Dune 2. There's a bunch of movies that look super great. There's your Nosferatu also on that list. But like Dune 2 to me is one of those ones where I just think about shots from that constantly.
Yeah.
Visual effects.
Dune 2.
Dune 2.
Okay, thank you.
Special effects. So this is practical effects. This one's also a tie, so if you get either one.
Nosferatu.
No.
I have no idea.
Alien Romulus and Smile 2.
Alien Romulus, that should have been
Smile 2 recently put out part of their like Blu-ray package behind the scenes, and the fucking detail which went into several different kind of creature effects.
Yeah.
And how they did all look incredible and they look great on screen. It's fucking awesome, the shit they were doing. So Smile 2 gets a big shout out, but it's probably Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Like the practical shit in Alien Romulus is just unreal.
The child.
The child. Oh God. The child. Director.
I mean, is it Denis or is it Robert Eggers? Or is it John M. Chu?
I like that movie, but
movie fucking rules. Robert Eggers.
Denny. Denny also because he's like not. A lot of people don't even think he'll get a nomination for Dune 2, which is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Because in my opinion, Dune 2 should probably win Best Picture.
Yeah,
like the movie is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Other people want to shout out Jane. I'm gonna butcher the last name, but Schoenbrunn. I don't know. The director of I Saw the TV Glow. Brilliant movie, incredibly well directed. I thought a lot about that. George Miller, dude in his 80s who has nothing left to prove, and he's making fucking Furiosa.
Yeah.
Arkasha Stevenson for The First Omen. I believe that was her first movie, and it's directed beautifully. Luca Guadagnino pulling two really well directed movies. One of them I don't love, and the other one I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
Robert Eggers. Fucking Nosferatu. Every movie he's made is a directing masterpiece.
Yeah.
Osgood Perkins.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gotten enough credit for his directing on that movie.
I agree.
So much as like kind of the story and the vibes, I guess. But that's all crafted through directing. It all starts with him.
Yeah.
Fede Alvarez deserves a big shout out for Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Like fucking great directing. But Denis made a movie that I can't stop thinking. It's unreal.
It's like, for some reason, Dune 2 feels like it is beyond this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I keep not thinking about it, because it feels like it came from the deep.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Yeah.
Animated movie.
Wild Robot.
It's the Wild Robot.
Okay.
With like, it's not even.
I did it, ladies and gentlemen.
Not even hard. Like that movie is just kind of. If I rewatch it a couple times and I feel the same way, it's going to kind of probably be an all-timer movie for me. I just adored it. Other ones I want to shout out, though, Transformers 1.
Yeah.
Did not do as well as it should have at the box office, but it is really great. It's a really, really cool movie. It's genuinely funny. The action is genuinely good, and the animation is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And then this movie, it's literally 59 minutes long. It's an anime movie called Look Back, and it's about these two friends who are manga artists throughout, a portion of their life. And I watched it like Christmas Eve morning because I had a time change, and so I woke up too early and like couldn't sleep, and it was like 4 a.m. and I was like, I'll watch this. People have talked about it, and I was just crying.
Yeah.
And it's really great. And I actually rewatched it the other night with Ethan, and liked it just as much. So
hell yeah.
All right. There's also other good animated shit every year. Like Demon Slayer had a good season, and other stuff. But we're on to screenplay. Now, this is not adapted, or this is just screenplay. Any screenplay counts.
I just said Will and Harper. Am I gonna get this one? Is there any world?
There's like a world where you get. It's not like one that you're not aware of. It's not like a surprise.
Twisters. No, I'm kidding. Not to tea or shade.
Twisters actually had a pretty good screenplay.
Yeah,
though.
like,
it had really good character work. And good twisters. I would say the twisters were maybe better than the character work. Conclave is on my list.
Okay, I'm going to call that a win. Yeah. I'm calling that a win, boys.
Conclave is a immaculately written script. It is a movie.
Wait, immaculate?
Oh, no, not immaculate. The First Omen is the better version of Immaculate. I'm just going to say that.
That's really fun.
Honestly, that's the best double feature of the year because they're like the same movie made two entirely different ways.
That's fun.
It's interesting. Conclave is so good. It's a movie where they just play in time, and space. There's the old editing and writing and directing phrase where it's like never show the door closing is the better way to put that, because it just takes up time and it's boring. This is a movie that goes out of its way to be like in the middle of a conversation, they just stop to make a cup of coffee in real time, and it's like it's amazing. It's so good the way they build those things into the script and stuff. It's really a pretty fascinating thing. I saw The TV Glow. Brilliant screenplay. I have some friends who didn't love that movie, and so when I went and saw it, my expectations were a little skewed, but when I walked out I was like, I don't know how anyone couldn't like that. Like it's genuinely a very inventive, weird screenplay that does not give any easy answers, but has a couple of these like emotional truth bombs that blew me away. Loved that one. One of the most inventive scripts of the year is It's What's Inside. It's that Netflix movie. It's sci-fi. You and I should watch that soon. It's great. It is such a weird fucking movie, and I can't imagine.
I don't think I know a single thing about it.
I didn't either until it came out. Like it was a Sundance movie. I didn't hear anything about it. Came out. Netflix bought it. Whatever. But
who's in that?
Yep.
No one.
Like people you probably would recognize from a thing. You know what I mean? Like maybe. But it's I can't imagine having written that. Like it's so complex and weird, and like just its staging and amount of characters and the conceit of the movie is so like, wait, you did what to how did you tell who was what? And the first AD on that movie deserves a Medal of Honor.
Shout out to the first AD.
The Wild Robot, fucking great. Thelma, fucking great. But it's Honora.
Oh, wow.
Dude, Honora, in terms of a screenplay, like I said, to be able to write a segment like that and make it so breathtaking, but the character journey and
I did not know you liked this movie that much.
I loved Honora. And Honora's grown on me post watching it. Like when I left the theater, I was like, that was a really good movie. And over time, it's just the more and more I think about things, like a lot of things in it, and the more it's grown on me. I loved Honora.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. There are other ones I'm missing. There's a lot of great scripts this year, but Heretic was a really good script. I mean, a lot of good shit, but Honora was the one that took the cake in terms of writing.
Hell yeah.
Most acting.
And
again, we
not best acting.
Not best acting, most acting, but that does not mean it's bad.
No.
Most acting can be a good thing.
Honora.
You're kind of right. Like you're kind of right. It is actually Nick Cage in Longlegs.
Oh, that's the right answer.
And an honorable mention to Chris Hemsworth in Furiosa.
Oh, yeah.
Who is they're both absolutely brilliant, but both of them are just eating the scenery alive. Like Chris Hemsworth, you watch that movie and you're like, oh shit, you can like really fucking do it, dude. You could just be a movie star.
Yeah.
Like he's so good, and his end monologue in that movie is genuinely brilliant and performed brilliantly. All right, now on to the acting categories. Supporting actress. Would you like me to give you my like nominations? They're no set number.
Yes, please.
All right, so Alicia Weir for Abigail. She plays Abigail.
Oh, I love it.
I thought she was great. Anna Sophia Robb from Rebel Ridge.
Okay.
Isabella Rossellini from Conclave. Ariana Grande, Wicked. And again, there are other ones that these are just kind of my like immediately jump to mind.
Is Ariana Grande a supporting actress in that film?
I think they will push her for supporting.
Interesting. Okay.
I tried to base it loosely off what I knew of that. I think they'll push her for supporting.
My guess is Isabella Rossellini from Conclave.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's
go, Isabella Rossellini.
Dude,
she been?
Like I hope she wins, because there's always one category where they give it to best acting, not most acting.
Yeah.
And she is giving a subtle, quiet performance. It's really, really genuinely beautiful.
I have a feeling Conclave will come back up in the acting categories.
Yeah, it's gonna. Okay, so
can I just guess now? Ralph Fiennes for actor.
No, my actor's gonna shock you. Who I genuinely believe it should be. Okay, so supporting actor Josh O'Connor, Challengers. Mike Faced, Challengers. Bill Skarsgård, Nosferatu. That one was loose. I don't know if you would count him as the lead or not.
Yeah. He's the titular character.
Chris Hemsworth for Furiosa. Yuri he's very Yuri for Honora. He plays Igor. Yeah. And then David Johnson for Alien Romulus.
Oh,
I thought his performance was brilliant. Like,
give me the first two again.
Josh O'Connor and Mike Feist for challengers.
Is it Feist or Feist?
I actually don't know. That's a great question.
I don't know either.
Tell us.
Come on the pod. Igor, Yuri.
No.
Okay.
It's Bill Skarsgård for Nosferatu. When he speaks for the first time in that movie, my jaw dropped. I was like, how did you... Wait, what?
Yeah.
I think he permanently changed his voice for it. Because he trained with like an opera coach to drop his voice a couple octaves or like an octave or something. So you can hear him in interviews and he sounds a little different.
Like Elvis?
Yes. He doesn't do the accent still, but his voice is deeper. Like, it's crazy. And genuine, he's got the like physical, and he's acting with a lot of makeup. He's acting with, but genuinely, if you had told me that was if I didn't know it was Bill Skarsgård, I never in a million years would have guessed it was him.
Wild.
He is so fucking good in that movie. All right, actress. Nell Tiger Free for The First Omen. She's the lead in that movie. Mikey Madison Honora, Lily Rose Depp Nosferatu, Micah Monroe for Long Legs, and June Squibb for Thelma.
June Squibb.
No. I would be genuinely
My second guess is going to be Mikey.
It's Mikey Madison.
Okay, all right.
That thing, Mikey Madison is the epitome of most acting to win, but it's also the best acting.
Yeah.
Like, she is doing shit in that movie that I was like, holy fuck, this is so good.
Yeah.
She just embodies that, especially when you like see her just in an interview and then you watch that movie and you're like a totally different human being. She's incredible. All right. Best actor. Timmy, Dune 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen A Complete Unknown yet.
I'm just gonna fucking throw it out there. The dude from Rebel Ridge. Is he even on this list?
He's on my list.
Okay.
Timmy for Dune 2, Ray Fiennes for Conclave, Aaron Pierre, Rebel Ridge, Justice Smith for I Saw the TV Glow.
Is it Justice Smith?
It's not Justice Smith.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know.
It's Timmy for Dune 2.
It's Timmy.
Dude, people are they're all like, this might be the year Timmy wins for A Complete Unknown. And I'm like, did we not see Dune 2? He gave one of the best monologues in a decade in a made
up language.
In a made up language.
Yeah.
Like,
a conlang.
Like, this thing is his transformation just purely in physicality throughout that movie. The way he like starts and this is how Denny talked about. He's like, he's got this effeminate nature to him, where he's much gentler and much softer. And then as the movie progresses, his like stiffness and movement and how he's for Timmy to be that imposing. You know what I mean? I just think he's doing shit in that movie that we're not giving him credit for how fucking hard it is.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're on to film. I'm going to give you I have 30 movies here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 30 through 11, and then if you can guess 5 of my top 10.
Okay.
It's not a win thing. I'm just curious. So these ones are all not really in any sort of order. Hitman.
Had 30 movies in your top 10. I didn't even see 12.
Yeah. But Hitman, Werewolves, which is a really weird, like, I described that movie as it's 80s by way of the 90s, but if it came out today,
that's such a good description.
Yeah, you know exactly what the type of movie is now.
Yeah.
Wicked, Smile 2, Heretic, Transformers 1, Conclave, Saturday Night, Alien Romulus, Deadpool and Wolverine, Look Back, Long Legs, Furiosa, The Substance.
Furiosa didn't make it into the top 10?
The top 10 the top 10 is also a little based on my enjoyment and how rewatches is a big one for me. There's a couple on my top 10 that I like rewatched several times. Civil War, The Fall Guy, Will and Harper, Superman, which is one of the most emotional movies of the year.
Yeah.
Thelma. What are just wild guess? Just a couple on maybe not even 5, just a couple on my list, excluding the ones you know for certain because of everything else.
Oh, the ones that I know for certain? Okay, wait.
There's a couple that might surprise you.
And we're talking about top 10 here?
Yeah, just throw out what do you think's on my top 10.
Okay, if I'm going to just throw it out, because like the other version of that
question just throw out.
Nosferatu, My brain broke. Nosferatu, Dune 2. Did you already say Alien Romulus?
I did already say Alien Romulus.
You already said Alien Romulus. I was pretty sure you already did, but I wanted to double check. Fuck, I can't think of... Okay, hold on. I got to pull out the list again. I legit... And that list you gave me was insane.
I saw a lot of movies this year.
Rebel Ridge, Milk and Cereal. Did you say Longlegs?
I did say Longlegs.
Okay. I'm so sad with the absolute lack of a Megalopolis on this list so far.
I did see Megalopolis.
Challengers?
Yep. Challengers is up there.
Another one that I'm honestly surprised I haven't heard you say at all yet is A Real Pain. I don't know why.
I enjoyed A Real Pain. It's not the movie you think it is.
Okay.
There's shit in that movie that I think about a lot, but it's not the movie you think it is.
How many did I just give you?
You gave me some. Do you just want me to read them off now?
Yeah, just give me.
Okay.
Honora is on there.
Honora's on there. Number 10.
Oh, The Wild Robot.
The Wild Robot's on there. Number 10. It's What's Inside.
Okay.
Again, a lot of my top 10s tend to be based on like movies I can't stop thinking about,
Yeah.
and that's a movie I can't stop thinking about. Like I want to rewatch it really bad, really soon. Milk and Cereal, my biggest surprise of the year. I watched it twice. Both times
We did it for the pod.
We did it for the pod, and it's just super inspiring and super cool.
Yeah.
Loved it. Abigail. One of the most slept on movies of the year.
Yeah.
But it's also how practical it is.
Yeah.
It's like I watched a bunch of those special features and just how dedicated they were to just goo and blood. I love it.
Goo.
I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah.
Just genuinely brilliant and emotional, and I loved it very much. Rebel Ridge, which you said.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Nora.
Uh-huh.
Number 3 is Challengers.
Uh-huh.
Number 2 is The Wild Robot.
Yeah.
And Dune. Dune 2. Dune 2. Dune 2 chicks at the same time.
Dune 2 chicks at the same time.
We
We don't talk about that enough.
We don't talk about that enough. That is a joke still not made, at least weekly in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dune 2 is the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
There's some shit I missed, but I can confidently say nothing I'm going to like more than Dune 2.
Yeah.
The movie is a fucking unreal experience, and also just incredibly well made, and it fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Gotta watch Dune 2.
Yeah.
Everybody does. You do.
I'm just going to list the movies I saw this year. Dune 2, Madam Web. That was one of the movies I saw this year. Monkey Man, Godzilla, and King Kong, The New Empire. What a bad name. Longlegs, Twisters, Deadpool and Wolverine, Milk and Cereal, Alien Romulus, Garbage Night.
Hey!
That's on the list. Gladiator 2, Wicked, and Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
Mm-hmm.
That was those are the movies I saw this year. This is a bad year for me movie-wise.
I saw a lot.
I went and saw Madam Web.
Yeah, but that was my fault.
Yeah.
That was you made a call last year about a
was
movie
like
watching goal.
That was 8% of the movies I saw this year was Madam Web.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So yeah. The Whaties.
The Whaties.
I enjoy top 10 lists. I'm a fan of them.
Yeah.
That's
my top 10.
I always
I mean,
I always have to caveat it with like I didn't see everything. This is all subject to change. A lot of it is based on emotion.
He had 30 movies on his top 10.
I like the movies, man.
Yeah.
It's my favorite fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's my happy place. It's the
Yeah.
one place I can go where my brain doesn't zoom.
Yeah.
So I saw Mad Max Fury Road in theaters today as of recording, and it's fucking brilliant. Anyway, that's the Whaties. What are your top 10s? I'm genuinely curious. I want people to like throw out their favorite movies. Hopefully there's some weird deep cuts.
Yeah.
That
I
we
thought you were
haven't
asking
seen.
me. I was like, Spencer, we just went over
No.
this.
I know you loved Madam Web.
Yeah.
Is Madam Web as bad as everyone said it was, or is it like, just kind of?
That's the thing that's funny about it is it's like it's really bad in like a boring way.
Yeah.
It's not even like fun bad. It's just kind of like, man, y'all really.
It's like
Y'all really
it
phoned
wants
this
to
one
be
in.
this like early 2000s throwback thing, and there's a lot
isn't.
in the way of that,
Yeah.
which is a bummer. Anyway, all right. So B segment, we want to. You said you had a prediction for 2025.
What do you think will be the highest grossing movie of 2025? There's so many
Good
things
question.
it could be, and I have an outside choice.
I think Superman stands a chance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I even think any of the Marvel shit, like Fantastic Four, maybe.
I don't think so.
It's got a good enough cast that I think it could have a draw.
Yeah.
Um,
But people are like really burnt out on
that
it.
is very true.
And not
very
superhero
true.
movies, but like specifically the MCU stuff recently.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love to live in a world where like a Mission Impossible could be. Now, those movies don't ever do as well as you. They're a lot of times very successful, but they don't ever do as well as you think they do.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise movies in general are not as big box office as people think they are, except Top Gun Maverick, obviously.
Yeah, like
that's the one that transcended space and time.
Yeah.
What's your outside?
I don't know why I think this, but like Wicked for Good.
I think that stands a genuine, true, honest to God chance.
I don't know why. That's just my guess.
I think look, Avatar Fire and Ash is also
I know
that
and
one could be.
I still think it will beat it.
I wouldn't hate that because I think if a musical does that well, there's a good chance.
Yeah. Now, like I would love to see an original
Mickey 17, whatever it is.
That one's not. That's not.
No, but what I'm saying, that's based on a book. But what I'm saying is like a movie like that to be that. Yeah.
Yes.
It's fucking The Running Man. Edgar Wright's. I know it's not an original, but like a weirder outside like drama or strange action comedy to be the fact that The Fall Guy this year or last year I guess wasn't one of the biggest movies of the year is
crazy,
insane. I'm not even saying that's God's gift to cinema.
Yeah,
but like the movie rules. The fact that Hitman wasn't one of the biggest movies of the year.
Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt,
Aaron Taylor Johnson, Winston Duke. What's her name from? Hannah. She's from.
Hannah from.
Shut the fuck up. She's from Ted Lasso. Hannah Wellington or whatever. Waddingham. Yeah.
Waddingham.
She's in it. Like it's got a really good cast, and it just bombed. It just completely bombed.
And the trailers were pretty fun.
The trailers were a good. The trailers had all the energy of like, man, I wish we made more of these. You know. So I don't know. But Wicked for Good, I'd be perfectly happy if that was the biggest movie of next year.
Yeah.
I want it to be fucking something weird.
Yeah.
Like I want nobody to see it coming.
Yeah. Other wild guess. I don't know how. Like my other prediction. The movie that will win Best Picture will come out in the first half of the year.
Oh, I'm trying to think what. I didn't look up too many release dates.
Don't know what the slate is. Don't know what the release is. I'm just guessing that.
You want to know my guess? The movie that will win Best Picture will have not been on either of our top 10s.
Love that.
I think that's going to be the thing.
I love that.
I think neither of us are going to be like, because very often they are kind of like weird and out there.
Yeah,
You're like
a Green Book,
a Coda. You know what I mean? Like no tea and shade on Green Book, but no tea, no shade on Coda.
Yeah.
Coda's a genuinely really good movie. That
why do people really shit on that one?
It's because it was like it's just not much. It's a warm blanket of a movie. You know what I mean? And people are like, it's like a Disney Channel original movie, and I'm like, it's not.
Damn.
It's not though.
What a harsh critique.
People are fucking dumb.
People are dumb.
Anyway, I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna be my prediction. Neither of us are gonna have on our top 10s. Maybe somewhere in our honorable mentions, but no.
The person who will win Best Actress. The person who will win Best Actress will be a veritable unknown.
I would love that.
You know,
that'd be fucking awesome.
Like a Jennifer Lawrence in Winter's Bone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kind of came
like a
out
star
of
turning
fucking
one.
nowhere.
Yeah. I hope that's true.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Movies.
Do you have any other wild predictions like that?
Let's see. Wild predictions. I'm trying to decide if I think that Captain America will actually be good or not. If that like, you know what I mean? Like I don't get me wrong, I want it to be.
It's a crazy prediction. I'll like that movie.
In a very genuine, like real world way, I want that movie to be good because
for all the reasons.
For all of the reasons.
Yeah.
Like I really want that one to succeed.
I don't want the racists to win.
Fucking exactly. You know what I mean? It's like I like Anthony Mackie. I want to see him succeed as that character.
And it's like it's such an outside chance with how not great all of the other stuff has been recently.
Well, and on top of the fact that they've done so many reshoots and so like the movie feels like it's been filming for 3 years. Yeah. Like I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like
here's to hoping.
I genuinely hope that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I I'm trying to think what other like fun. Nah, anyway.
Another major studio will get bought by an awful parent company.
Please don't say that. No, I can't. I can't take one more.
Well, the truth of the matter is Paramount is days away from getting bought by somebody.
I know.
So that's not even a real prediction. That's just that one was just depressing.
Do we think streaming is going to genuinely implode in any real way?
No.
Like
I think certain like
are we still a few years out from streaming kind of falling off more?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. Like I feel
like it's going to happen.
I don't know. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, will Paramount Plus crash and burn? Yes.
But
like, will Netflix? I don't think so.
Because a study was done, not a study, essentially aggregating time. People spent like 23% or 12, something like that. 12 or 23. I'm flipping numbers around in my head. Percent less time on streaming services in 2024.
Ooh, fascinating.
So I don't know where that time went. I'm sure it was TikTok and things like that.
Yeah. Another thing that's going the way of the dodo, maybe.
Maybe, who knows? But the other thing is like, I don't know. Physical media has kind of been on the rise a little bit recently in small ways. You know what I mean? More and more people are like, I should have kept my DVDs and buying DVDs again.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll have a very tiny impact on that. TikTok, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People venturing out to the theaters a little more now. Like we had a couple more big movies this year, but also a lot of bombs.
Yeah.
Like it was not a very good year for the box office. We just had a couple standouts that felt like they hit the cultural Wicked, Dune 2.
Yeah.
Twisters did really well. Gladiator did really well. Like
weird.
I know. A very weird lineup. Deadpool and Wolverine made $1 billion. I mean,
did that really make $1 billion?
Yeah, it made over $1 billion. Yeah.
That I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that one, yeah, did really well.
I mean, not surprising because
it's R-rated, so surprising anyway. Not many R-rated movies have done it.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I just desperately need a few of these movies to be good. I need I need Superman to land.
Yeah.
Look up, baby. you know? Anyway, I think that's the Whaties. Anything else you want to throw out?
I'm trying to think of other things that I enjoyed this year.
YouTube. Oh, album. Any albums that really stick out? We've talked about a few.
I don't know if Older came out this year or not. If Lizzie McAlpine's Older came out this year, then that's my answer.
I'll throw out just very lightly while you're looking that up. Linkin Park returned to making music with a new lead singer.
Was it good?
And it's a pretty good album, but it reinvigorated my love of Linkin Park, so it'll have like a place in my heart for that.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me just. What am I doing? What am I wasting your time on? Let me go to my stats.fm. This will be better. I like this. 2020. Oh, I hate. Why are you making me do this? I look like a fool right now. A fool. I have to go and sort by 2024, but I have to select January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024 instead of just giving me the option to look at 2024. Save. Lizzie McAlpine's Older was the shit. Charlie XCX's Brat. I absolutely had a Brat summer. Claro's new record, whatever the hell it's called, I bumped the hell out of that in the second half of the year. Idol's new record, Tank, absolutely shredded. Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really good. But you know what? I just really fell in love with Renaissance again.
Yeah.
Dude. Renaissance is so good, man. Like Renaissance, like I have always really, really respected Beyonce, but never really like loved the music. It just never really like connected with me. I never felt like I was the target audience. And something about Renaissance just made me like fully get Beyonce. Like from her entire career, I just get now. And yeah, like Cowboy Carter was really, really great, but I just couldn't stop listening to Renaissance. Chapel Roan, her record, whatever it's called, incredibly good. Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, it's like Lizzie McAlpine officially overtook Andy Schaaf this year in most listens,
which is genuinely crazy. When you told me that on the last episode, I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah. So it helps that she has a song. She literally did a show with Andy Schaaf.
Yeah.
And has a song that is basically an Andy Schaaf ripoff.
Yeah.
Not in no way,
Yeah.
shape, or form am I shading that, but yeah, that's some music stuff. Psych Odyssey had their final episode and release of their Blu-ray, which was phenomenal. John Boyce is the absolute king of YouTube documentaries. I think the history of the Minnesota Vikings came out this year, and it was very, very, very good. It made me like a franchise I should hate. Legitimately, I'm rooting for the Vikings, in a way that I shouldn't, because they're an NFC team, and I like the Cowboys. I mean, I hate the Cowboys. I want them to burn in hell, but or specifically Jerry Jones. I hope he.
But you are a Cowboys fan.
But I'm a
problem.
Cowboys. Yeah, sadly, it was thrust upon me by my father.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah. That's a random smattering of crap.
These are all. This whole episode has been nothing but recommendations.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should listen to and watch all of these hundreds and hundreds of hours of shit.
Yeah.
Or don't. I don't know. Live your life.